absolutely unbelievable. He's like 18, and he is just
But that's a support.
nasty.
That's a support profit, though.
Yes.
I just don't think
they're gonna do it because you need something that plays with tempo.
EHOME's gonna try and stack lanes against them. They're gonna try and they're gonna be in a tri lane for at least part of the laning phase, and I think that profit gets really underleveled. And I think he's gonna have a really tough time.
It's really good against the Undying, though. You talked about PL. You kill the Tombstone real easily, especially in the laning phase. He'll probably just go like that 2-2-0 build.
But the issue, right, is that you've got this Rubik that needs to have momentum throughout the game. He needs to be rotating around the map, making plays. There's nothing else he can do. You pick the Prophet to try to help him do that, but it's a 4 profit, and I think he's going to be underleveled. So I think it's clear advantage EHOME here.
I think it's closer than you're giving it credit for.
All right.
Armel's just really good, and he's going to crush mid.
Okay.
If he doesn't crush mid because there's like a line or an Undying there, it's a totally different story. But you literally just spam Fade Bolt, SF's hitting for 24, and you're a Rubik. You're going to crush this lane. You get 1 kill.
I like the lane.
You get 1 spell steal. It's so easy to just rotate and immediately make something happen around the map. They don't really have an answer to the Anti-Mage.
So you going TNC?
I'm going to go with TNC just because I'm not going to back somebody that said last pick PA was good. I can't do it in good conscience.
Oh my God.
That's a split desk. That's a split desk right there. That's what that looks like. We had way too much agreement to start off the day, and now we have the perfect shitstorm of a panel with the two next to each other. So we're split TNC and EHOME, 1 for each. And ultimately, I kind of have to ask the question, EHOME slightly more favored by a lot of the guys on the panel earlier in the day as the team that was going to take that number 2 spot. But after we've seen more and more of TNC, that's completely out the window at this point, correct?
It's going to be a good series, no matter what. I'm saying TNC mostly because Nahaz is pushing me over the edge. I think it's a very close game. The teams are talented. The drafts are close. It's just going to come down to play. A lot's this mid lane. And, just have to wait and see. Watch.
Yeah, well, we don't have to wait much longer. We can jump into our final series of the day, and we can decide that fate of Group A.
Prepare for battle.
Thank you so much, Rich. My goodness gracious. EHOME versus TNC. Lyrical and Fogged here. And my man, we got some smoke going on in the mid lane. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, especially when I get to listen to Kyle and Nahaz just roast each other, especially as soon as I heard Nahaz say Phantom Assassin last pick, I knew Kyle was going to just... He had a lot more to say, that's all I know. This game, though, this is pretty interesting. This is my first time casting Dota in like 2 months.
I'm with you, man.
So we've got the 5-man smoke coming up from EHOME, so they want to get off to a good start. I'm looking at their lineup, and off to a good start is kind of the dictation that I'm getting from their whole draft. I think they want to just kind of like steamroll over this game before the anti-mage can get online, because the AM versus the Luna matchup, AM at one point, he gets to be like such a beast. You're going to, if you get to that Battle Fury fast, if you can keep that pace going. But I think EHOME's strategy is just keep that pressure on the AM, and get their Luna farmed up and then just push. I think this is like an end game by like, what, 25, 30 minutes maybe? Go for that. I don't know if they do it as well on the Shadow Fiend, but the Greaves, you remember people talking about the rise of the Greaves on the Shadow Fiend? I think this could absolutely be one of those games where they just group up with the Luna, get Greaves, you've got Beastmaster Undying, you got pretty good team fight and everything too. It looks strong from EHOME in that timing. TNC, I think the best thing that they can do in this game in particular is, like Kyle was mentioning about that mid matchup. I think Armel can put a lot of pressure on it, especially also because he has Tim's on Nature's Prophet. They get a TP in, SF steps up too far, your easy kill is going to be set up for that Rubik.
I mean, think about how often in the past when we've seen Shadow Fiend be that like top-tier mid play, you would see a rotation in from like an Earthshake or somebody else that would just make that happen, and Nature's Prophet makes it happen better than most. They do have some decent heroes to rotate in to try and help them with like a Lion TP rotation, but it might be a little bit of a tough one, and it looks like it's going to be a full-on tri-lane up top here where they bring in Ego to try and put the pressure on AM.
Yeah, just like I said, put the pressure onto the anti-mage. If you don't let this hero farm in this game and you have this Luna draft with an Undying, at one point as EHOME, you're just going to be knocking down those towers and anti-mage is going to be struggling to find places to farm. Because you just look, right? You look at TNC's draft, their team fight is going to be coming from, of course, the majority disabled from the Tidehunter, but their damage is like Wrath of Nature and the Lich ulti.
Yeah, it's not much.
It's not really that much. It's quite lacking in comparison.
Well, here in the mid lane, we're seeing Armel already off to a little bit of a hot start. This should change around as SF starts to build up his soul levels. Yep. And then, of course, the 1v1 bottom. But it is a full try versus try. And Undying, a hero that loves to play in that matchup, should be able to have a very good time once these levels start to rack up for EHOME.
Yeah, he loves playing in tri-lanes. However, Nature's Prophet is one of those that kind of turns the tides a little bit. Because they've got these two range heroes constantly beating on the Undying. Makes it a little bit harder. Treants are just Trains are just ridiculous, as they always have been.
Those little guys are beefy.
Yeah.
Well, Gabby has got himself a little bit more space here after Tim's makes that full rotation in, and just going to keep on eating some more damage. As far as sort of the regen wars are concerned, I'm seeing a couple of sticks around for people as well.
Yep.
We'll see if they're going to be able to out-regen them. And Earth Spike goes through. Tim's getting a little bit feisty. Ninja Boogie taking a couple tower shots as well.
TNC's getting pretty aggressive here. They've got these treants, and they're trying to stay under this tower here, but that one felt like a little bit over. No one died or anything, but pretty scary when you don't have like a stun in your lane. Like in comparison, EHOME, they have, you know, the Lion, so at least if you do get mispositioned, you can get punished heavily.
And then up here in the bottom lane, it is Rior on the Tidehunter versus Beastmaster. Relatively even so far, as Gabby is going to be pushed back again behind the tower. Undying just sitting with a Mango, although he will eat away at Gabby some more. But no blood spilled yet in this game number 1, even though there has been a lot of trades back and forth.
A bit of a regen war, like you were mentioning, right? Shadow Fiend versus Rubik. Rubik is a clear victor in that one. There's your base damage advantage, like Kyle was mentioning with the Fade Bolt over and over again. Just once you get some more mana for those raises, higher levels too, you can clear out the wave a little bit faster than that Rubik. But yeah, Armel, level 4 already. SF, not quite there just yet. And as you said, yeah, bottom, Rior, it's a Tidehunter versus a melee. He's gonna have a pretty good time, right?
Yeah, for sure. TP in. Oh!
Got the XP.
Easy peasy. Such a boogie.
It's always one thing you have to, especially when you're playing, I feel like Undying is the biggest culprit, right? You see Undying missing off the map, you're like looking where to TP to catch that guy, because you know he's going to go suicide to a tier 2.
That's nice.
So that was good play there by Ninja Boogie. Now he's level 2.
It does mean that, of course, Innocence is able to come back into this lane with full mana, and it's just going to be K stacks galore. So could be a bit of a tough little timing here, as we do see the first use of fortification.
Oh, they used it back against them, that too.
All right. Bit of a turnaround there. The stun. They have a stun if they cast the counterspell.
If they cast the counterspell. That's fair. That is quite fair. Gotta always remember about that spell. It's fixed up now.
A lot of damage out. Gabby gonna end up just dropping.
How many decay stacks did he have on there? He had at least 2 or 3, because his health was way lower than it should have been. I think that was the 3rd decay stack that caught him there off guard.
That's just what you're talking about. You have these hexes, you have the stuns get thrown out there, and all of a sudden you're not able to live.
Yeah.
Happens in an instant.
That's the biggest thing is like when you're playing versus Undying is to just watch those decay stacks. Because yeah, I'm full HP, but full HP might be 300 health.
Uh-oh. And even though the CS here is, you know, not too significant of a lead. It's about 10 right now for the Rubik. It's even more than that because SF's had to ferry out a lot of regen. So he's a full null over him as opposed to the...
He's getting TP'd on, but the rotation coming in as well.
Now they are going to be able to turn this back around. SF, a big kill as they're able to take down Armel and force back Tim's as well.
He really, really, really needed that on this Shadow Fiend. He was sitting bottom 2 net worth in comparison to the Rubik's top 2. He's still pretty low down there, bottom 4 net worth. But...
SF able to find another one, and more action all over the freaking map right now. After a slow start, they're going to be able to maybe find another kill here on the Ego, trying to kill him off, and Gabby gets a double. That's what happens when you rotate out.
Perfect punishment there by TNC. Yeah, like you said, right when they rotate out, and now it's also great timing because it's those bounty runes. So Ninja Boogie's going to be able to grab 2, and the Anti-Mage, EHOME wants to be able to put the pressure on this Anti-Mage. That's why they ran this aggro tri-lane, and they also want their Beastmaster to get as much as possible. And this AM, Gabby, it's doing great.
Definitely off to a hot start, as Faith Beyond might need to be one of the ones to sort of hold up that pressure early on as they find another jump here onto Armel. And it happens so quickly. A lot of damage out there with those level 3 raises.
Yeah. Looks like they changed their priority a little bit, right? Because they had that tri-lane full, and then the Lion's like, you know what? Mid lane's a little bit too much of a one-sided factor. We have to help our Shadow Fiend because he's kind of like, he brings the whole thing together with that Luna, with that Beastmaster, with that Undying. They don't want anybody really falling too far behind on this draft on the side of EHOME.
Well, and you mentioned at the very start of it, like, you know what's coming from TNC. They're going to try and rotate in with the Prophet, and if you just make that rotation a little bit earlier, you're going to be able to punish.
Yep.
So, level 6 now in Rior. Could make a rotation if somebody dives deep, possibly in the top lane, but it's mainly been the AM that's kind of been putting on the pressure recently. Been able to stay a little bit ahead of that CS.
Yeah, Line's just still playing around mid lane again. Look at this. EDJ just smoked up, placing those wards. Probably wants to make another move as soon as Armel shows up again. Now he's starting to make the way toward top. He has wards, so wants to get vision up there as well.
He might place this one right on top of a sentry.
Oh, that'd be
It's a little
sad.
bit outside of it looks like.
Let's
But
see.
The rotation now for Ninja Boogie will find the Earth Spike, but he's able to get off the Frost Shield first, and seeing if Ego can find the finish here. Needs a Lucent Beam. Is it going to be enough? Does look like they're able to take down the Lich, and now turning further onto Gabby. He's going to try and jump away, and we'll be able to blink out.
Radiant's
But again,
top tower is under
nice little
attack.
aggression coming from EHOME.
Yeah. EDJ almost had his stun back up. He's actually just chasing Gabby to the shrine.
Okay.
Fakes the stun. Fakes the stun a little bit.
Trying to bait out something. Oh, able to bait it out a second time. Take that one. Now the
Alright.
chase forward and just giving some more harassment. I mean, but Anti-Mage has a Ring of Health. He's got stick charge. It's just sort of taking up his time.
Yeah, they're just bugging him, making sure that the Luna can get the free farm in the lane. Ego now starting to catch back up. Almost has the treads. He's holding out the skill points as well, by the way. So only the 2-0-1 build for now. Waiting to see if he needs to just go for the more points in the glaives to make sure he can farm to keep pace with that anti-mage.
Yeah, and you look at this CS right now, and after a hot start, Rubik has really fallen behind now.
Yeah.
At 2,500 net worth, as Faithbeyond's just going to walk away from Armel. So not really able to get what he needs done, and you compare this to somebody like the Lion, you know, the support that's rotating around, being able to get so much out of the laning stage already.
Yeah. I mean, overall, right? EHOME, they've got, like with the line, they have a better way to set up for ganks. It's just the way of nature of it. Like, Nature's Prophet can TP and you can get a Sprout off, but early game, like, that's just not really going to happen. You probably don't even have Sprout early because you're the support. So now Armel making rotation, going
Is
to
under attack.
pick out this tower. But like you said, he got really diminished from those two ganks. Level 6 on the Rubik, level 8.5 on Shadow Fiend now.
And this is a hero that can continue to accelerate his farm, heading into the jungle, and
Yep.
you know, clearing out this medium camp here, as well as, you know, if there are any stacks made around the map. There's some pretty good vision down from TNC over into the secondary jungle, which can keep their eye on it, but it looks like they're trying to maybe set up again here onto Gabby. They turning the Hex back around onto the Lion.
Rio is getting slowed a lot down bottom too. These boards are starting to add up.
Oh, they've also trying to keep SF there, and it looks like he's going to be able to move in and help to find the kills. Yeah, just a little bit of an overextension. Ninja Boogie goes down on the top side.
He actually didn't have Roar that whole time. I think Tidurner could have just TP'd from the beginning. I don't think he knew that though. What raise did he get? Nice, he got the long raise now on Armel, so the better one to gank for your positioning. You don't have to get too close.
He's got to be careful. He walks up that hill. He might have died with patience in. Nonetheless, about 1,000 gold lead, 7-3 at about the 9-minute mark. We get ready for the next round of bounty runes. It's like SF is bringing in his phase boots.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like,
Radiant's
huh,
middle tower
is
under
that one of the
attack.
new things too? Like I said, have not gotten to see too much of these Shadow Fiends. I saw the Greaves, the Manta Greaves builds and stuff, but looks like he's just going to phase drums.
Okay. Oh my god, Tim's
He's dead.
not long for this world.
Not even having to use the Roar. Faith Beyond just doing what Faith Beyond does.
Dude, boars are so good. I
They're
love
so
boars.
strong. Well, are they boars? Look at them. They,
It's like a little,
I like that skin as well.
like a
Like
little
dinosaurs.
T-Rex thing.
Yeah.
10-minute mark, bounty runes. How are they going to work out? It looks like there could be a battle brewing. Again, hexing himself, and
Dire's
going to be able to kill off that Lion yet again.
Worst feeling ever playing versus anti-mage. So many times like you're playing like a Rubik or something, you like, you know, you precast that lift and then you lift yourself or you hex yourself.
Oh god,
Oh no.
Tim's.
Hit Beyond again. We got Roar.
No. They're going to item. Kill him off.
Nice. The last hit on the SF. Now he's all the way up there, yeah. Top net worth.
Has a regen rune here too, so you can just pop that and start clearing out all of these camps.
Yep. Look at the priority by TNC though. Like a lot of times you see maybe like the team, they want to go toward the enemy jungle and, you know, put pressure on. They took the tier 1 and they didn't even bother putting any deep aggressive wards down. They actually placed 4 defensive wards guarding the left side of the map. Just watching for if EHOME wants to set up to try to invade into the anti-mage jungle.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah. Just shows their priority. They're like, we are
Radiant's top tower
anti-mage.
is
We are
under
all
attack.
about anti-mage this game. This is such a 4 protect 1. Yeah, Rubik is the core, of course. He is this mid hero that can have some big steals. There's roars, SF ultis, tombstones, all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot up to this anti-mage, a lot up to Gabby this game.
Dire's bottom
Oh, they're going to chase down this Lion yet again, and this is a relatively decent kill.
tower is
They're going to actually use the Mana Void on that one.
Just watch the last hit. He needs to get all the gold in the world to make sure that he can he can keep like getting his farm pace up, because like we were saying, EHOME, there's gonna be a point, right? They've got the Vlads on the Beast, going for Shadow Blade. They're starting to pick up these other items where they're gonna be able to just kind of group and take these tier 1s very easily, and it'll be hard for TNC to contest.
I mean, and again, Armel is catching up a little bit. He's had some me time, you know, obviously using the Stolen Rays earlier as well to farm up camps, but it is going to eventually be about that AM, and he is still a little ways away from getting into those items.
Yeah. The best thing so far for me from TNC is really that they've taken these 2 towers.
Yeah.
Because like I look at their lineup and it's Nature's Prophet is their tower sieger, tower pusher, and all that. Their objective taker. Well, I look at EHOME's, they've got a plethora, right? They've got SF Luna and Beastmaster in order to take these objectives quite easily.
All right, well, the AM is actually sticking around here, and they realized that there were some heroes rotating down. Rior sort of standing guard. This could get deadly very quickly. There's also a battle, looks like it's brewing in the mid lane where Mel and Tims are going to back out, but this means that there is nobody up here from EHOME trying to put any more pressure on. So they're just going to instead get back to farming. AM trying to get towards his Battle Fury as Innocence drops his tombstone very aggressively, and he's just dead. Okay, I heard a roar also in the jungle, it looks like. They're chasing forward, trying to find a kill here, and Faith Beyond
Chain Frost
does take down Ninja Boogie. Okay, and now he's going to die. What is going on here? What's going on with EHOME?
Looks like they got a little split up with their decisions. They had 3 people going top, then 2 people going mid. It looks like they called for the Undying to try to get the catch, but okay. Well, TNC's happy with that one, right? They want to be playing. They want to be playing defensively around their own jungle, and EHOME kind of just walked into that one and gave them some big kills.
That was a very strange sequence of events.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know, you speak about wanting to get things done quickly. It's EHOME that haven't taken a tower yet.
Yeah, they really haven't. With this, like the Beastmaster, the Luna, they haven't been able to get together. Now Armel already has a Blink Dagger. Now he's got a Blink, and he's got the Line Stun already stolen. With the level 3 Supremacy as well, that stun lasts for, what, like 3.5 seconds, something like that. It's quite a long time. Probably a little more than that. I did very fast math.
Believe in you. It sounded
It's like
right.
3.
You
It's
say
like
it with
3 seconds.
confidence.
It's like 3 seconds. I said it with confidence. It's like 3 seconds. Whatever.
All right, well, are they trying to find the Luna? She is off on the other side of the map right now. It is one nice part about getting those towers down. And again, they're taking another one here.
Yeah, this is huge. Like with this Vlad's on the Tidal and just with Tim showing up every time.
I mean, can EHOME really not try and fight this right now? I guess fighting into Ravage is always scary. It's the big deciding part, I guess.
They just don't seem like they want to try to take any of these fights. They seem like Luna, they're like, all right, Luna's on gun for the Mask of Madness build. She wants to just farm. Faith Beyond's waiting up for his Shadow Blade before he wants to try to make any of these plays, so yeah, EHOME.
Radiant's middle tower is
Okay.
under attack.
Thought they'd be playing a bit of it faster paced. I guess just with those like couple mistakes that happened, they got a little bit hurt from it.
Yeah. And I guess there's something to be said that they will still have a good timing until Anti-Mage comes online. Like, it's not like you have to hit all of this right now. But
No, definitely not. I just thought that they'd be, you know, because they've
Yeah, of
strong
course.
push, like they would have more adamant on it, but now they smoke. And Armel was on the high ground.
And they're just walking away. Rior gonna get stuns. Kraken shells it off as the heal, and fine and dandy. That was the moment with the DDS. They even dropped the tombstone for that.
Yeah. The scary thing, they need Faith Beyond in the good position to get those catches
Another
with the
roar.
roar. It's gonna get stolen.
Okay, turn that back around now. Tims roars the Beastmaster, and that is going to last a very long time. The Arcane Supremacy, another lift of the Chain Frost, bouncing back and forth. ASD wants to turn this back around. There's going to be the Sinister Gaze, but it might just be to his own death, as it looks like TNC are going to lose 2, maybe 3. Tims, he does get out. Armel
Got the blink.
Radiant structure
Didn't use the blink.
okay. Giannis, I don't know what's happening. This is a crazy game of Dota.
Oh, he had the blink up too. I guess he didn't see the line get like the rat. I don't know. He held his blink for a while. He was in the tree lines too. Yeah, bit of some crazy stuff going on there. But that time they had Faith Beyond just charging into the front lines, getting the catch. That's before he has his Shadow Blade. I love this pickup to this game. Now he can go hunting. With this Shadow Blade, absolutely can hunt for the AM.
Invisibility.
An Invis rune picked up for Tims now. 16 minutes in, 13-7. Has felt very back and forth. I guess that, you know, every time that Roar is up now, they can make those very aggressive moves. We already saw one of the Tier 1 towers taken. It feels like now should be that time to go for EHOME. And Mid lane,
They still have a little bit of time in their ults though, right? They
Yeah.
want Finger 90, Roar's up, but everything else.
Dire's top
Down.
tower is
Yeah,
under
TNC,
attack.
they're looking to make the play, and I think Gabby has the Battle Fury finished. So 16 minutes, treads 2 Wraith Bands after getting aggroed. Pretty
That's
damn
not
solid.
bad.
That is very solid.
who are they going to find? Does feel like EHOME have an inkling that this is going on as Ego is sitting behind the tier 2 tower, but Innocence is going to be one found. You're fine giving that kill every day of the week.
Yeah, definitely. The Undying is the position 5 in this game, so he's always about trying to catch those ganks for your team, making sure that your Luna can farm safely. As the Luna, still a little bit ahead of the Anti-Mage, but like we said, this is where Gabby starts to catch back up with that Battle Fury. Catch back up even though he's having a good time, but this is where we see him accelerate.
It's the nature of Anti-Mage.
Yeah.
And they are kind of just playing in this whole side of the map. You can see pretty much all of TNC down there as Luna TP'd to the shrine.
I think this could be their go time. BKB on SF, go Roche. I don't think TNC can fight around the Roche pit versus a BKB. And yeah, they're walking directly into it. I think even if they try to, it'll be a disaster.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Because you know that there's gonna be like Hawk Vision. You're assuming EHOME's gonna have just the better fight around there. And they're taking it down pretty quick. Doesn't look like TNC is even aware of it at all.
They are...
Now they're starting to move.
and Tide just picked up his Blink Dagger off the Courier.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to know that this is coming, but can they get there in time as Roche is falling lower and lower? It looks like it might be a bit too late. He's moving into position and can't do it. Now they need to get out or take the fight, one or the other. Thinking about going. Roar already used.
Uh-oh, Chain.
Bouncing a little bit back and forth. Reor going to take down the Tombstone first. He can't blink as of yet. And ASD trying to kill him off. Looks like there's going to be another back out. Blink Ravage, okay. Catches on to 2, not bad at all. A third one as well, and they kill off Innocence and Faithbeyond. And now SF stuck for the moment. He's going to be pulled back in. Sinister Gaze, and they are starting to fall apart. That's the Aegis down already. Lion chased further forward. They stole Finger. Going to turn that back around onto him as well, but it's just going to be a BKB. He's stuck in a Sprout. And he's going to TP out of there. Good decision, but
And the Eclipse gets used, though.
I don't know. This has been chaotic as all hell from EHOME. And they're still chasing down Ego, seeing if they can find this Luna. And, well, she doesn't really have that many places left to go. They're going to TP into this, but they're all starting to show up. The rest of TNC is here. This is looking like it's just going to be a feeding frenzy. They turn the Finger of Death onto the Luna, kill her off a second time, and Innocence is also going to die.
Too. Oh, my God.
It was the second time. She died. She was the last one left alive, but the only one that doesn't die in that instance is Shadow Fiend.
Oh, man. They tried so hard to take the fight, like forcing it onto that high ground with that Tombstone, right? Like, Innocence just walked up and put it in a pretty aggressive spot where the rest of his team couldn't back up. They kind of tried to, though, right? You saw Faithbeyond run in, and it was costly.
I don't think this is going to work. The Anti-Mage, oh, maybe it can, though. He's walking the Hex. It's not quite enough time, and Gabby's living.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that's Roar expended. That was the first 10-second BKB from Shadow Fiend. Aegis is gone. It's all fallen apart in the last couple minutes, and now TNC just going to back off, get bounty runes.
Yeah, all 4 bounties. And, oh man, Luna does not want to play versus Anti-Mage when you're like kind of even net worth. Your Luna, you want to be ahead in this early game. You want to be taking that advantage, pressing those towers down, and now it's an AM who's ahead of a Luna. Never a spot you want to be. Even the Rubik too. I mean, Rubik is ahead of Luna. Are now having a great time. Like, even though he had a great laning start, died a couple times, and then just caught right back up. Got that Blink Dagger. Got some nice steals. And EHOME, they have to be trying to play a little bit more like concrete together. A couple too many mistakes, and TNC is getting the better of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing you mentioned, is in that last fight, Luna using Eclipse as SF as BKB and TPing out.
Yep.
It's like, not everybody on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. I could not think of the words, and now you got it. It just felt like in this game, it just right now it feels like a little bit of the disconnection from EHOME. While TNC, they seem like they have more of a game plan that they're all playing around.
Hit the reconnect button, guys.
Yeah.
You got it.
Because they're kind of like, right, like even looking at the map when they were doing the siege of the tier 1 and the tier 1 top and the tier 1 mid, it was like 2 were set up top, 3 mid, 1 was hovering between the 2. So now they've got quite a bit they have to bandage here.
All is not lost, like you said. This is still a very strong timing with the BKB on SF that they can maybe use in the fight this time. It looks like Luna was also going for one herself. But it does need to sort of be that group up.
There you go. There's Treant.
Oh, is he going to get greedy? No, he goes for the Hex. They're going to be able to pull him back in. He's hexed forever. Luna's just dead. Don't kill the tree. Run from the tree.
God, what is that? That is actually like a 6-second hex. There you go. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is disgusting. Well, I mean, I don't know. At this point, it feels like Rubik, with the Lion there, any of his spells, I guess Mana Drain would be the only one.
Yeah, I mean, the other two
Mana
are
Drain every
amazing,
time.
though. Yeah, you're just a better Lion
Middle tower is under attack.
whenever you can get those. And he seems to get them every time. He has good Father River spells, and you can see they've got everything available now, too. And now it's a full Manta finished up on the AM. So the SF, when he had that timing for the BKB, EHOME just wasn't able to get enough out of it with that Aegis. They lost it immediately.
And this is that point where like the phase drums feels really bad. Not necessarily because it's like the bad choice, but what was done with it, it hurts.
Yeah.
And well, top lane, they find a kill onto Tim's as AC kills off Ninja Boogie, so 2 for 1 so far. Looks like that's going to be about the extent of it as Faith Beyond does get out.
Yeah, he just Requiem'd on the TP. The one shot for Lich.
Been online for a while.
So yeah, this Ego's still just on the road to recovery. Absolutely needs a BKB to fight. When they have double BKB, their fight's going to be pretty strong again. Versus TNC's full fight. But TNC, they're trying to kind of like, you know, poke and prod, try to get this Ravage off on multiple heroes before the BKBs get off. But it's going to be a little hard. Especially versus a Hawk.
Well, it does feel like with the Blink and Armel, he's going to have that instant disable onto one, and then you follow up with the Ravage, because there isn't any save really on EHOME's side.
Yeah, he's going to lose the Hex really soon, though, right? He took it a while ago. Yeah, he's got
even with Lift.
Yeah, just with Lift.
Yeah. But yeah, it feels like they might be able to blow up just one hero with that initiation.
Yeah.
It feels like EHOME need to be the ones that are aggressing. If they're responding, it's not good.
Yeah, the Beastmaster should be able to get it with a Shadow Blade, usually, depending on how the vision is placed around. But TNC have been relentless about setting up these smoke ganks.
Oh no, and they just jump in immediately and they got him. He doesn't stand a chance. And you saw there too, the Beastmaster sending the Hawk back behind him, but they're smoked.
These smokes from TNC have been perfect. I think EHOME's have been unsuccessful entirely this game, and TNC's were, I think, all 3 successful that I've seen. They got a kill on Tim's, but your high ground's already getting breached right now.
They're ready to go. Beating away at it. Gabby. Pop the spell shield. Another round of it, and time to retreat. So they did get the tier 1 tower bottom. The second tier 1 tower taken. But it is definitely TNC feeling like they are in control right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Still decent net worth on the 2 big cores on the side of EHOME, and they're
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
looking to try to catch Gabby. Very nice play, I like that. Even though it doesn't catch anything, it's just that very defensive play. Always make sure to pop that counter spell before you're pushing the edge. Get extra tower damage.
It's such a low cooldown. You got
Yeah, might as well.
good mana regen.
He's got a Clarity running. He's got like the ulti orb on top of the Manta now too.
Dire are scanning.
The seeds of fortune.
God, and then the Blink cast range, the Blink cooldown for AM.
Yeah.
Those 2 talents together. Uh-oh, Lion? Like, they're trying to get Armel, but quite in range. All this scouting with the trees. Just have really good vision over all of EHOME.
Yeah. Gabby's pretty much going to have an eye. Scotty finished up now too, so that AM almost 4,000 gold ahead of the Luna. Luna, like we were saying, does not want to play from behind like this by any means. Rior is going to be the one roared and focused.
Okay. Stolen axes this time around. Starmel not able to turn the roar back at him, but it is... Oh, okay. They find the Nature's Prophet as UTP's in, so another kill taken, and a little bit of sloppiness coming out from TNC now as Gabby just going to run in, the BKB comes out. They're able to find an initiation onto Gabby, but again, the blink out. Such a low cooldown. And now Rubik's still Requiem.
Oh my.
It's an Ags, or no, it's not an Ags Requiem.
It's soon
almost an Ags Requiem.
Almost an Ags Requiem. That was pretty decent there for EHOME though. Catching the Nature's Prophet there on the side, TPing in. They realize that the Tidehunter is probably not the option for them to go for anymore with the build that he's gone for with, I mean, he's already a tanky Tide, but Plate Mail, Vlad's Medallion on top too. I think that's that 27 armor.
This is definitely the type of game where EHOME could have just like rolled over and maybe lost a couple more heroes here or there, but it feels like they've kind of got their feet back under them a little bit.
They're starting to, yeah. It does seem like that. The Luna is starting to get that farm together after that BKB. She hasn't had to actually use it, and gonna be going for that Butterfly. And Butterfly versus AM, one of the best purchases in the game, because AM does not really want to build an MKB till later on.
Finish off that Scotty now.
Kind of similar for both sides though, right? Like AM's also gonna build a Butterfly, and then Luna's gonna be like, oh, I have to go for this MKB.
Same for Shadow Fiend, apparently.
Yep, just the Butterflies all around.
I do like that Sanjin Yasha now, you don't get penalized as much for, or at all, for building it on a ranged hero. It's a nice little change on SF.
Yeah, it's an interesting item. I was talking to a lot of the players when I first saw like this whole like I think it was one of the first times I saw one of the competitive games with SNY Satanic on a troll or something, and I was like,
oh yeah,
he's just, oh, you can't disable him. I was like, these statusers, this stuff is pretty cool.
Lights come out. They see that the Hawk is nearby, so we'll realize that EHOME has full vision. The smoke up from 5. And this gets a little bit scary trying to walk into here. We're feeling good about himself. Just going to give him the little taunt in the river.
Ninja Boogie's done a very good job of keeping these sentries down. Versus like Beastmasters right now, it's so hard to keep control of the map versus this super tanky Hawk, but Ninja Boogie spent pretty much all of his money on opposite sentries.
This is a huge wraparound coming. If they can find... No, they reveal themselves on the chicken. Now the moment of surprise might be a little bit lost. TNC are trying to set up on the other side of it so they can't get caught out. The ultimate wraparound, the 360 wraparound. Ninja Boogie Eclipse, it's doing nothing. They just push him away, and Armel couldn't get off that Requiem, just able to find the blink away afterwards. Tim's and Ninja Boogie starting to die, though, and it looks like they're going to lose one of them. Buyback immediately. Got the hex. They just profit. They're able to get him. Immediately caught out is the BKB. Beautiful play, and Gabby goes down.
Oh, great play by EDJ there, force-stabbing himself into the pit and getting the hex onto the AM.
And the turnaround Ravage, the stolen Eclipse to try and turn it. It's enough, at least for the first time. Luna, can she stay alive enough to... No, it's the Rio jump away, and Armel still able to escape. It looks like Rio is going to be the one that sacrifices himself, but they at least got down that Aegis.
What a reinitiation there by them. They're like, oh, AM's dead for a while. Sure, Gabby got the cheese and all, but Gabby's dead. We got to do something to buy some time. Yeah, but now it's really scary because now there's a full team pushing down you, and you don't have Ravage when you do respawn, and your AM's still dead for 40 seconds. Gabby did spend the gold before going for that Roche.
Yeah, that was dubious at best. I mean, I think that in a certain way you kind of have to do it because you need to be able to burn through that Aegis, but I think the bigger problem was just losing Gabby there. That's the big issue.
Yeah, it was just very nice play by the Lion there.
Oh, jump in. All right, trying to make something happen. The buyback from Tidehunter already there. Rubik very low. Armel is going to fall. No buyback. 53 seconds. Rio are up front and center again. They're keeping this Lion alive, even though he's being chased down by the trains. And it looks like with the Urn Charge, it might be enough to kill him off. He is going to live.
Nice.
The Soul Rip keeps him alive, but they are going to back off after the buyback. Don't want to face AM, but this is showing EHOME can still fight here.
Yep. Still get a catch on Innocence, though. Gabby, gonna clean that one up. I also realized that I called a couple of those players EDJ, and I'm pretty sure that's part of their sponsor, by the way.
No problem. I was coughing when the Ravage went off.
Yeah.
Classic.
No, that was really cool though by the Lion. He's had like the Blink Dagger queued up like the whole game and went for the 4-step before, and that pretty much got them the pick off there on the anti-mage inside the pit. Bottom.
Oh.
The full Butterfly now finished on that Luna, so even though you have an Scotty and DD, not going to be hitting too much.
30 minutes in, it's just 1,000 gold lead.
Yeah, it's really swung back and forth in this game. Faith Beyond now is going to be going for that Silver Edge, so now they'll have a way to actually be able to maybe go for that Tidehunter.
Blow him up.
Yeah, break him.
I mean, you do have the majority of the damage right now coming out from EHOME that's physical, and so in a way, Lich could help to mitigate that, but it does feel like if he gets caught out with like a long duration hex and then like finger death or something, he's gonna die.
I mean, they have a lot of mixed damage on EHOME, to be honest. It's like the Eclipse, the Shadow Fiend and Luna are those like mixed kind of damage ones. It's quite a lot. I mean, ASD also almost has an AC, so they're gonna be hitting quite hard now. Takes the damage per soul, of course, and the presence affecting buildings, the new thing that everybody's doing on the SFs.
It's becoming this big whirling ball of death.
Yeah,
right clicks.
The auras, right? Just the auras, how massive they are now. Now, when they're grouped around the Luna, the SF, and the Beast, these auras are going to be very strong for EHOME versus TNC.
Ooh. The Lotus Orb for the Tidehunter.
Okay.
Still, again, trying to set up around this bottom side. No tier 3 towers taken for either team. Both of the Aegises that we've gotten have been reclaimed immediately.
Yeah.
But it does kind of feel like that next one is going to be a big turning point, whether it's double roar or double ravage. Or
I'm already excited for this that we have on the bottom right there. Get up by our ego. Satanic into Rapier.
Let's do it. The smoke up behind, they're baiting this Luna so hard. They don't have the Nature's Prophet with them. And it looks like they're trying to set up.
They saw the auras on the creeps.
This is dangerous. Gabby, is he going to be revealed in a second? Can they go on him? Oh, the counterspell, it's there. And now they're just going to walk down mid. They're like, all right, you guys can stay out there all you want. We're going to hit your buildings.
Yeah, like they looked and they're like, oh, Luna. And then they see the boar walking through. They're like, wait a minute. And then the creeps have Vlad's lifesteal and an AC aura as well. So the jig is up.
Yeah. They're going to head over there to the side. So looks like Luna's going to get the split push going in the bottom side of the map.
They're just trying to keep this gem doing as much usage as possible. Claim these like high grounds so they can make sure that they have the advantage on the positioning when they do have them.
The Reaver done. You go close to buyback here. Something that's going to be very relevant. You know, it is kind of interesting. I was wondering how much we were going to see like terrain changes play an impact on the speed of games, because it feels like people are just holding those one of the 4 high grounds now.
I've been seeing it so much. This Radiant one is like the biggest one for me.
Yeah.
Like, it happens so often, right where TNC is standing right now. It's just the fights just seem to happen in this little cluster of an area.
And it's so hard to come and contest it unless you do that huge wraparound like we saw from EHOME earlier.
Yeah.
Again, Gabby.
Glimmer Cape on the Lion.
Oh, turns it back around. They find him. The Ravage, it hits on a 3. It might be enough. Can they kill off Ego? He's already popped the BKB, and Gabby trying to turn on to Y. That's not really the target they want to go. And they find the Roar. Able to catch him. The Force Staff. It's not going to keep him alive. Dead for 90 seconds. No buyback. And ASD's just going to triumphantly walk forward, start to beat down Armel. It's a good lift up, trying to lift him up to the high ground. And it looks like Armel will escape, but that's Anti-Mage dead for 80. And Healer also might go down. Oh, and the slowdown, he's going to break him. Ego moves into position, and the right clicks. It's enough. More than enough.
Damn, what looked like a great 3-man Ravage starting up. EHOME just gets a perfect positioning, honestly. They get the disable, the one roar. All it really takes is one disable on this anti-mage right now because of how long they are. This Lion Hex, if it can't come out, the roar, just, yeah, more than enough. And now look at all the time that they're dead for. 90 seconds, no Tide. 55, no AM.
Oh, and they're trying to sort of come in and cut this creep wave here, it looks like Armel is, but Essence was in the area, and it looks like they're going to try and chase down Armel now. Faith Beyond moves into position. There's the Hex, and I mean, it's the play you have to make, but you are going to be punished for it. And well, now Ego, still with backdoor protection, still able to break through that yet.
Still a great play there by Armel. Like, he dies, it may look stupid, but he bought so much time for this tower. Now look at this.
Yeah.
It's still alive because of all this. Now the Frost Shield too. Buying as much time as possible for his AM to respawn.
And he has buyback, so...
Oh my, oh my.
He outdid it.
The minus armor, the presence plus the AC, minus 16 armor on these towers.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is a lot of damage. They're just done. And you look at it, he took all of them. The 25 also.
Yep. I was like, wow, that's... I remember when I first saw them make that change and nobody took the talent, but now, after like the 7.2 patch hit, and they were like, okay, the armor on towers is reduced, everyone is doing this for the Shadow Fiends, and it is so much minus armor on those buildings. They have to be so careful. If they lose a fight at all,
game is over.
Game is over.
Oh, and they want to take a fight right now, it looks like. Gabby moving forward. And this is another one of those things when, you know, people see the spell shield, they talk about, oh, you can, you know, turn Roar around every time. That works, but it does still have a cooldown. You know, it's short. The downtime on is really short, but eventually you can find that little pocket, and Faith Beyond found it, found the kill a couple of different times now. And EHOME are in control. 8,000 gold lead.
said, right? It's the AM versus the world. And although TNC's had some great moves and the game's been kind of a little weird in some situations back and forth, it's EHOME with this 5-man that's still looking just a bit stronger here too. And they're scaling, right? This Luna as well as the Shadow Fiend, they're continuing to scale, while on the side of TNC, it's really only the AM. Sure, Armel has gotten fantastic steals, right? Eclipse, Requiems and all that, but at the end of the day, they're Rubik.
It's a tough life for that Rubik, and you can go for the split push, but it also brings up one of the issues that you sort of have with TNC's game as well, is that they don't have the most amazing D-push in the world. Like, Rubik's kind of okay, but it's like Nature's Prophet can send out Treants and sort of has to commit himself to a lane a little bit. And more importantly, they've just all fallen behind the other cores. So mid lane and down bottom, actually, looking for Tims. Lion, scouting, Dust is there, turn around, trying to find ASD. Gabby is pretty far forward. They're going to turn onto this line and bring him down first. Go pops the Shrine. It looks like TNC just want to back out with the BKB used from the AM.
Yeah, he can't fight without it, really. Unless they get a quick instant jump around, but now there's a line buyback. That's a Roche. Yeah, it's a third Roche.
Big.
EHOME's going to kill it very quickly with all this minus armor that we were talking about.
I guess because BKB's down for 45 seconds, they know they have that opportunity.
Must be the play.
See if it works
Beyond
for him.
stalking Tims already.
He's got the axes, still saving that roar. All right, now he uses it, and, well, another one down. They do have buyback on this Nature's Prophet. Lion is still in the base.
Is under attack.
So they don't have the disables coming from Lion. Moving into the pit right now, Rior, he does have Ravage available if he wants to start dropping. It's going to get it.
That's it.
On to 3. The follow-up is going to be there as well. The jump in, it's so much damage out as well. With the Chain Frost, nobody's been able to do anything. He finally gets the BKB up, but they've already lost Luna. She's going to buy back, and ASD is healing up so much
AM's
from
Hex.
that. He's Hex. Is he going to go down in time? Yes, he does. Does have buyback this time, though. This TNC trying to retreat. They use the Sprout. A little bit of backup yet again. Lift up there to interrupt the Requiem. Armel, they're still taking down Roche, but it's happening so slowly, and everybody is alive again. No Ravage, but they do have Eclipse on EHOME. Armel moves into position. Gabby, jump in! Are you freaking kidding me? He's trying to kill him off the time. Is it going to be enough? It's not quite there. Ego still lived through all of it, and now the Eclipse comes out, stolen away with a Soul Rip. It's not enough, and he was able to get off the Lucid Beam before the Eclipse, and because of that, cannot get this big steal. Gabby jumps in another time onto Ego. No mana at all, but it's not enough at all. Faith Beyond, he's down. It's the Aegis that's picked up, but I don't even know anymore. ASD pops the ultimate. It's not timed perfectly. Gabby gets the blink away. And now TNC with 2 dead are left stuck in a little bit of a bad position.
The Requiem doesn't kill him anyway, but
yeah.
I mean, because he's got such high magic resist, but yeah, he timed it a little bit poorly. That was crazy. That was such a good... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watching Santimage go in versus 2 right now. Yeah.
Dude's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's no line, so the disable's a lot weaker. It's just Faith Beyond's Roar. Does need to be a little careful.
And so final tally is AM Aegis. She's on SF. Where'd the Refresher Shard end up at?
They've gotten used immediately.
Okay.
There's a lot of chaos in the fight.
That one was nutty.
God, what was it used on, actually? Now I'm actually disappointed in myself. I was trying to catch it all, and it was just... Yeah, it was too much.
I mean, then at the end of the day, really, like, it feels like we've reset in a way. EHOME is still 10k net worth lead.
Yep.
The big difference is going to be the buybacks that were used, and the fact that Luna had to buy back is a pretty big deal.
Yep.
So if Luna or AM die now, kind of a free path down a lane.
I think it was a perfect jump. Like, Rior got that 3-man Ravage. Armel came up with a 2-man Earth Spike right afterwards, too. Forcing that buyback.
He has Hex again.
Does. And a BKB, so now he's a lot safer, too.
And probably one of the longest games that we've had today so far.
Really is, huh?
EHOME and
One of the
TNC.
closest, right? Closest ones, too. Very back and forth.
We want that upper bracket berth. He wants to play best of ones. And EHOME take down that tier 2 tower. I mean, if you're TNC right now, it's felt like the past couple of fights have gone like somewhat okay. Do you sort of need to take the perfect fight, or are they in a position where they can still sort of make it happen? How do you take the fight best if you're TNC at this point?
I mean, they need those chain disables. They need the Tidehunter to do exactly what he did in these last 2 fights. Get a Ravage on 2 or 3 and then have Armel follow up. They have to have like the positioning to get on top of those targets immediately when the Ravage happens. Like when we saw the one that happened close to the base, the Ravage happened, but the AM wasn't really on top of anyone as it was going on. So they need to have like everything go on at the same time for them to actually kill. But EHOME is, I mean, they're quite strong. Like they've got this double satanic build on their 2 carries.
Yeah.
So if they don't kill them in the burst, if they don't kill them in that stun like I'm talking about, if they're not there, they're gonna satanic turn.
Which is the other thing that we saw there was, you know, Luna on such low HP, but able to heal back up afterwards.
If they can take out one of those cores, if they can take out either the Luna or the SF on the initial Ravage before they get the Satanic, that's the dream fight for TNC.
They are starting to take out the rest of these shrines. Still no tier 3 tower taken for TNC, and they have lost a whole lane of racks. So, Rior, position, they're moving forward there, trying to find the jump onto the shrine battle, and it looks like they're able to get him. The BKB is already out from Gabby. The Ravage follow-up, Faith Beyond is gone. ASD tries to turn this one as well as Ego there and drop down very low. Rior is going to die, but it looks like the Chain Frost is going to fend them back. But that was also eclipsed in the BKB as Tim's. Looks like he will be ran down here in the end, tries to run away, but he's just gone. He's like, screw you, I'm done with your stuff.
Ravage was used.
Did he not use another spell? All right.
He did not.
That's fine.
That's an Ag's Requiem.
I mean, you know, at this point, Tidehunter is dead, and
it's DD Luna, and we were talking about that minus armor on the buildings. Look at these Raxes.
Oh, Requiem. Yeah, these buildings are falling so quickly, and
Tier 4s.
Tier 4 movement. AM is trying to cut through the creep waves, but backdoor has already been disabled, and Ninja Boogie just did not stand a chance. Wicked sick for ASD. They're going to buy back on the Lich, see if they can keep their Ancient alive, but right now, EHOME showing no mercy at all to jump forward. Okay, this is looking kind of decent there, but ASD is just going to, again, take down that Rubik. He's going to take down Ninja Boogie and Gabby, the sole member left of TNC.
They're going through the back door.
They don't care. This is just an complete outclass of damage. They are going to be able to jump forward and find the kill onto one. Trying to kill off Y now. Gabby versus the world. Is he going to be able to do it? No, they can still burst through backdoor protection.
They just killed it straight through
They don't give it to him.
At minus armor by Shadow Fiend. I mean, it's minus 16. I haven't seen a throne die like that. It's 40 minutes. It's not like it's an 80-minute where they have rapiers. Yeah. That throne died very easily for... Wow, okay. That was quite back and forth, but EHOME looks like they kind of got it together in that like mid-game, especially around there's like team fights that they're drafting.